What's up gamers, Jem here, and I've discovered more Stadia links. This time it's not Stadia Store related. Anyways, let's just get straight to the point. I found out that there's a hidden setting page called YouTube. Yes, you heard that correctly, there is a settings page called YouTube for Stadia. If you visit stadia.google.com/settings/YouTube, you will see absolutely nothing. Yay! Actually, this is a good sign, because if I type something random, something that Stadia would never have a page on, I don't know, something like stadia.google.com/settings/Xbox, that link would lead me to the settings homepage. But when I go to settings/YouTube, I just get a blank settings page instead of being redirected. This means that settings/YouTube exists, but I can't view the page because my account doesn't have access to it. Perhaps we can assume that we can hear something about this in the next Stadia Connect. I found two more settings related pages. One of them is called Gameplay Limits, and it basically shows what limitations are applied to your Stadia account by your parents through parental controls. You can see what age ratings games you can play up to. You can see if you are allowed to voice chat, as well as being allowed to accept multiplayer invites to Stadia games. The last settings page I found is called Notification and Emails. When I got to this page, it said that I should use the Stadia mobile app to access these settings for now, but I went to my Stadia mobile app and I couldn't find the email settings. However, 1 or 2 weeks ago, 925google.com found some notification codes in the latest Stadia APK file, so perhaps these two are related to each other, and we'll find out in the future. Moving on to other Stadia links, I found out that you can go to stadia.google.com/link account, and it will take you to a website where you can link accounts. After doing further research, I found out that this is known publicly a few weeks ago, and it's used with Elder Scrolls Online. Personally, I couldn't figure out how to use it properly, but anyways, I thought it was cool enough to add it to the video. I also found a website link called stadia.google.com/pro. This is probably a known website, but I've always been a pro member, so I've never encountered this website before and thought it was cool enough to add it to the video. I found an interesting subpage for the Stadia Store. If you go to any Stadia game store page and replace /store/details with /read-only store details /, then you will get the read-only version of that Stadia Store page. Okay, one last pages I've discovered is interesting. If you have watched my previous video called More Stadia Features Found, in that video I mentioned something about Stadia Community. I've had a comment below that video mentioning that we already have a Stadia Community blog. However, that isn't something that I was thinking of. There is a page on Stadia called Community. If you go to stadia.google.com/community, you will be redirected back to the homepage of stadia.google.com. If you go to a random website, for example stadia.google.com/Xbox, you will get an error page, because that is a page that doesn't exist. It doesn't redirect you to stadia.com. It gives you an error instead because it's a page that doesn't exist and can't find it. However, if you go to stadia.google.com/community, it knows that it is a real link, but it is told to redirect the user to stadia.com homepage instead. Worst case scenario, this link could just redirect users to the Stadia Community blog in the future, but I like to question that and say, well, why doesn't it redirect us to the community blog right now, since the community blog has been in existence since Stadia launch of last year? I still think I'm onto something with this whole Stadia Community thing. Personally, I think we're going to have a dedicated page related to Stadia Community, just like how we have a Stadia Store and a Stadia Library page. I also mentioned in that video about queues for demos. Well, that link exists as well. If you go to stadia.google.com/queue to play demo, it will redirect you to the Stadia.com homepage instead of giving you an error. There are a few more links I have found, but they return as an error, so for the time being I will keep those links to myself and keep you updated if any changes are made to them. Thank you for watching my video. This is Jem, and I'll see you on the next one.